Hi gardeners, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be covering 5 mistakes you should not do in gardening. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. Coming into our first gardening mistake is when you're getting ready to water your plants, never water the foliage. Something I see commonly going around in gardening is gardeners going through and just dousing the entire plant in water, and that is a huge no-no. Let me explain why. If you water the entire plant, foliage and everything, the plant will be more vulnerable to certain pests and diseases that are out there. So in order to prevent any type of pest or disease, what I would recommend is instead of watering the entire plant, go ahead and place your hose to the base of the plant and water the base of the plant, whether it be a fruit tree, a perennial, a shrub. Doesn't matter what it is. I would recommend always watering at the base of the plant, so then you don't risk your plant getting diseased or getting infested with pests. Coming in number 2 is never plant a singular seed in each seed starting cell. It's really important that you plant more than one seed. As I always recommend, 2 to 3 seeds per cell, because you're not always 100% guaranteed 100% germination. So by planting 2 to 3 seeds in each seed starting cell, you're almost guaranteed that you will have at least one seedling germinate in that cell. Because if you only plant one seed in that one cell, if that seed is not viable and is not a good seed, it will not germinate, and you have wasted that one cell and it had not grown anything. Coming at number 3 is when you're getting ready to plant any type of plant or fruit tree in particular, never plant it above ground level, because that will have watering issues. When it comes down to fruit trees being planted above the ground level, they will have water runoff. That means that whenever it's watered or whenever it's raining naturally, the water will tend to run away from the plant because it is above ground level. It's almost like a mini hill. Instead of sitting there and properly hydrating your plant, it will just run off and your plant will constantly be dehydrated, and your plant might end up experiencing some issues, some growth issues, some producing issues. The plant would just suffer in general due to the fact that it's not getting properly hydrated. So instead of doing above ground planting, I would recommend planting it at soil level and then making a ring of soil around the fruit tree, so then you could go ahead and be guaranteed that your plant will be properly hydrated and watered. Coming at number 4 is when it comes down to seed starting, you want to make sure you don't use bulky soil. Never use soil that has big mulch pieces or wood pieces, because then that might obstruct the seed germinating. And so you want to make sure you use aerated, fluffy soil that doesn't have big objects or big pieces of materials in the soil. If you do have soil that tends to be bulky, you could just go ahead and sift it out, or just take those bigger pieces out the soil, because you don't want nothing preventing your seeds to germinate. Coming to our final point, number 5, especially if you live in areas like Florida or California that tend to be killer hot during the summer, never water your garden during the heat. It is highly important you keep this in mind, because if you water during anywhere from like 12 all the way up to like 4 or 5, your plants will literally get fried. Especially if your hose is standing out in the summer heat, in the summer sun, it is boiling. That water is boiling. If you ever turn on the water and directly water your plants, you are killing your plants. You're boiling and frying those roots, because that water, it is killer hot. So what I would recommend is either water early in the morning or water late in the afternoon. I'd probably say 7 or 8, when your plants, or when the sun has died down and it's not that hot. And when you go ahead and get ready to water your plants, let the hose run for a little bit. Feel the water while it's coming out. If it's too hot for you, it is too hot for the plant. So make sure your water is running cold and before watering your plants, because if you water your plants with that boiling hot water, expect your plant to be fried and completely crisped, because that plant will not sustain boiling water. Like I do, wait until 6 or 7 when the sun has died down, and then go through and water your plants so they can maintain well hydrated in the summer heat. Never water in the summer heat. So leave me down in the comment section down below. What is a gardening mistake you have done, and what have you done to resolve it? Make sure to leave a like under this video if you found it informative and helpful, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want more gardening content. May God bless you and your entire family, and never forget to grow big, ultimate gardeners. Bye everyone.